slaying. The skills that gets the kills for those who paying me. Oh, you don't know, see, I'm so good, it's freaking scary. Dealing out death, the world's greatest mercenary. Good thing you happened to come across this particular edition. It's full of information that you're missing, dude. Like what I've endured to provide the audience with entertainment. Listen as I deftly explain it. Plus it. First I got hired by who I thought was someone from S.H.I.E.L.D. To take down Wolverine, we killed each other, but we healed. When he came to, we had a back and forth, and then guess what? My plan got blown to by Dawkins' bisexual butt. Surely got shot, but you know if it's so much work and setting that trap. And then I found out I've been fed a total load of crap. They all screwed me and thought they could get away with it. Like I'm some kind of chump who can be played or outwitted. And then the Skrull showed up and secretly invaded her. I made the scene and gave Fury more than his money's worth. But he screwed up and the intel went to our born instead. So I went to war with a head. So now do you know me? Yeah, you know me. I said, do you know me? Yeah, you know me. Come on, do you know me? Yeah, you know me. Now tell me who knows me. Make it rain. Amount so high I cannot do the math. I got paid off by that kinky hair sociopath. Kind of lame. I know that's why I blew my head off. He's insane. I need to find a new way to get off. Come on, brain. Yeah, right. What makes you think we would know mental strain? I'll become a costume superhero. God stain. We should go kick their teeth and here come pain. I move away from the mic to breathe in deadpool slain. Man, you look good and you look like a dark subway train. Goodbye, San Francisco. Hello, New. Hit me Spidey one more time. Oh, baby, baby. What I really want to know is how I can be like you. Don't be crazy. That hurts. Look, you're not a hero. But at least let me try to show me. Here comes his monkey. Tell me why you're wearing woman's clothes. Oh, just because this shoulder wound is killing me. Spider-Man dead. Surprise, it's me. Beat it, chump. NYC is mine. You don't want me fine. I got my powers from moonshine. Okay, so maybe I haven't been a good friend, but I have a proposition. A blind old lady can see how this is going to end. Just assume a position. Holy, you want to recruit me? Please tell me I'm not hallucinating again because seriously, that would be like too much. I mean, my childhood hero, man. Nothing, huh? You got nothing to say? I got something to say. I'm gonna blow your ass away. And who are you supposed to be? I'm Macho Gomez. Adios, hombre. I'm going to your house to stay, and your bigger wife is gonna do whatever I say. Say something else. Is this as good as it gets? Here come back to your chorus. The chorus of death. The chorus of death.
Awesome sauce! Testy fair! Hello, folks. This is Blind Adam at the Awesome Sauce Comics Podcast. In a couple minutes past Adam, we'll meet up with future Adam and we will play you our Scott Kolblish interview that we did earlier tonight. Scott Kolblish is artist extraordinaire. He is the current artist of Deadpool with Jerry Duggan. Issue 7 came out this week. Plus, there's this huge Ryan Reynolds, Deadpool movie out today. I still need to go see it, so I cannot review it yet. Sure, people. But I think what I'm gonna do is just like this. I like to thank one of my corporate sponsors. Hey Jason, hey Colin, what's up, man? Thank you guys for sponsoring this episode. And if anyone needs a credit card processor, you're doing business, you're doing comic book conventions, you're booking parties, you're doing whatever it is you're doing, and you need like a mobile credit card processing, go to cardconnect.com, www.cardconnect.com. And you've seen the rest, then you gotta try the best. So just go to Card Connect, www.cardconnect.com. Tell Blind Adam sent you, and that's just how that's gonna roll. So Con. Alright, I got it out of my system. See, Con, because it's not applesauce. It's awesome sauce. Let me try that. Applesauce. See? Doesn't work that way, yo. It's awesome sauce. Sorry, Adrian. Sorry, Brittany. There we go. Alright. Now I'm all ready to. But really, if you guys want a great company to deal with, if I can be serious for a minute, if you all want a great company to deal with, great rates, simple equipment to use, Card Connect is your place to be. Thank you guys, and we'll be in touch soon. Oh, and now, without further ado, I'm sure there's like 2 of my college speech professors who want to come and shoot me for that one. But, let's just play the interview.
Yeah, can I speak to Scott, please?
Yes, you're talking to him.
Scott, this is Adam. How are you?
Hi, Adam. How are you?
Good.
How is everything today?
Everything's going great. Sec? Hello, folks. This is Blind Adam of the Awesome Sauce Comics podcast, and today I have a very special treat. He is the artist on the most current series of Deadpool. Scott, it's pronounced koblish. Kolblish. All right.
There you go. Yeah.
Well, I use a text reader to read me stuff, so it's...
Oh, hey, don't worry about it. I understand completely. It's something that text reader probably wouldn't be equipped to handle.
Yep. So, how did you discover the wonderful world of comics?
Well, when I was a little kid, I really liked, there was an animated series of Spider-Man that was on the television, and I used to just sit and draw all the time, and I loved watching that, and then when I found out that there were comic books and newspaper strips that had Spider-Man in it, so I really kind of gravitated towards that character, and then I guess when I was about, 10 years old, I started going to a local school that was kind of close to where I lived. That was the Joe Kubert School for Cartooning.
Hey, I'm actually from a native of New Jersey / New York, as I like to call it. So yeah,
that's fantastic.
It's a great place.
Yeah. I used to live in Morristown. So, and the school for Joe Kubert School was in Dover, New Jersey. So I went there, and Joe Kubert used to teach the classes, and I would sit and learn and try and do the best I could. And, I really love drawing, so any chance that I could get, I was always drawing.
That's cool. So you actually were in the Marvel internship program? How did that come about?
Yes, I was a Raider, a Ramita Raider, which is the art corrections department in Marvel, and that came about. I had finished college. I had a portfolio that I put together of cartooning and stories that I had done, and I brought it to, I showed it to a fellow named John Romita Sr. at Marvel, and I didn't really realize at the time that John was the he was the head of the art department over at Marvel, and he told me to send in some copies of the work that I had done, and what I did was I sent him those copies, and he sent me back some notes on what to kind of fix and correct, and I didn't realize it, but I was sort of I was auditioning for the job, but I sent back my corrections, and I didn't hear from them for a few months, and then they got in touch with me and said, hey, do you want to come work for us here at Marvel? And I jumped at the chance. So I was very excited. It was nice to get my foot in the door and start working on staff. So
was that around the early 90s?
It was. I think my first day through the door was January 4th or something like that, 1993.
Yeah, I asked because Dan Slott always tells a story that he got his start in that internship program as well.
Oh, neat. Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, we were paid as Raiders. The interns were not paid, but that doesn't make them any less or any better. It's just it was, but it's sort of an apprentice program, and that's the way they handle things like that. If you're an intern and you can show them that you have a good sense of what to do. And the same with art corrections. If you show people that, you have some skills and some abilities that they can tap and use, then that's great. I love Dan. Dan's a really great guy.
Yeah. And he goes, I love him too. And see him around. I guess because I'm setting up some projects in the city, so I see him at shops all the time doing signings and whatnot.
Oh, neat. Yeah, he's a wonderful guy. I really like Dan quite a bit.
Yeah. So, what is it like working on Deadpool right now?
Deadpool's fantastic. I'm really happy with everything that's been going on. It's so funny to see, there's a movie that came out today.
Yeah, I do. I actually still have to go see it. And, I just put a question on Facebook, which I'll mention because actually I saw it in your feed earlier. I still have to go see it myself. I haven't seen it yet. What did you think of it?
I enjoyed it quite a bit. I thought it was a really well done story, and it's a lot of fun. There's a lot of really clever dialogue and good laughs from the whole thing. So I thought that they handled it really, really well.
Nice. So what is the appropriate age range of kids who should be seeing this?
Oh, well, the Deadpool movie is rated R. It's
Yes.
restricted to mostly adults, but you can also bring in kids if their parents think that it's okay for them to see the movie.
Yeah.
So anybody above 17 can just sort of walk into the movie, but anybody below 17 should get their parents' approval. There is, some adult content in the movie.
All right. Yeah. Unfortunately, I've seen through clips and trailers and the beautiful marketing campaign they did for the movie, which I thought was genius.
Oh yeah, it's been fantastic. I thought that they've been firing on all cylinders. I hope it pays off for them. On a Friday before the results are in, as to how much money the movie makes, you just hope that people are excited about it as I am, and then that they go out and see it.
Yep, and it didn't hurt that Deadpool 7 also came out this week as well.
Yes, Deadpool 7 was out. That's a fun book. We worked really hard on that one.
Yeah, I mean, it's like my number 3 read when it comes out, just because of my visual impairment. Daredevil's my favorite book.
Of course.
And then Spider-Man, is I guess Spider-Man to me is like the gateway drug of the comic book industry.
He is. Well, he's a fun character. Visually, he's really neat, and he has all this great dialogue and all these great jokes and things like that. And it's just wonderful. He has a wonderful set of villains that he has, and it's just a great, friendly, happy kind of character to jump in on. So.
Yeah, and like I said, I've been a treat because not only am I reading the regular Deadpool book, but I'm also reading Spider-Man and Deadpool, and I still have to try out the other Marks for Money. I haven't had just too many comics, so little time.
I have the same problem. I have a whole pile of comics that I have yet to sit down and read that are right by my nightstand, just waiting for me to tackle. But
yeah, and on top of that, I have to find someone to either. Yeah, I'm sorry, but then I also have to either find someone to either read them to me, or get them into my scanner, or wait for a good motion comic of it to come out sometimes, or.
Sure, yeah. Now, does it help that if it's on an iPad or something like that you can make the image larger?
No. Unfortunately, that's no longer an option for me.
Oh, okay. Sorry to hear that.
You know what? Yeah, where there's a will, there's a way, and.
There is, yeah. My daughter is blind in her right eye, so we deal with all sorts of stuff as best we can.
Yeah, like I said, which is going to bring me to one of my other questions as far as the supporting cast in the book. Bob is back. Very happy to see that.
He bounces in and out, yeah.
Yep. His family's there, Preston. When is Blind Alice coming back?
When is Blind Owl coming? Blind Owl was in issue 27, the wedding issue, briefly. She had a little cameo kind of thing in there. I don't know, the supporting characters kind of come in and out. I wouldn't be surprised if she doesn't come back soon. It sort of depends on what the writers and what the editors want to do with each character. I don't think Weasel's been around recently either. So.
Yeah, that's true. It's just I kind of gravitate more towards Blind Owl once again because of the obvious.
Of course. That makes complete sense. Yeah, everybody, it's fun to have characters that speak to you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. For me, the things that always fascinated me is just like it was like Fantastic Four. I was like, all right. Especially when you're young and you're just first. It's like, all right, I can identify the Alicia Masters. It's like, all right, cool, the Mole Man.
Sure,
and he's like Daredevil, and then, then I was like Deadpool, which was one of my favorite characters. I was like, all right, I was like, cool, Blind Owl.
That's right, Destiny and the X-Men is also blind.
See, that I just did that recently.
Oh, really? Oh,
yeah.
There you go. Yeah. And there was another character that was floating around in the X-Men universe. She was blind.
I think Blind Spot.
Maybe Blind Spot, yes, okay, there you go.
Yep.
Yeah, it's interesting, the Marvel Universe doesn't really shy away from disabilities because there's something that happened naturally in life, and you want to be able to speak to them.
Yeah, and that's why I think I gravitated towards comic books so much. So what is your creative process like during the day?
Well, normally I get a script or a plot, sort of with a breakdown. If it's a plot, it's sort of a breakdown of the action and what's happening. If it's a script, it's a lot more filled out. It has descriptions of what each character is sort of doing, and then the dialogue that they have. And the writer comes along after I'm done, and they'll change the dialogue to see if it fits the words and things like that, or it fits the pictures. But after I sit down with the script, I kind of sort of rough out the ideas that first come to my head, and then I try and make some of those ideas fit into the page. And then I'll take all my little sketches and I'll scan it into the computer, and I'll sort of adjust them and move them around in Photoshop. And then I'll print out just a rough of what I think the page should look like, and then I lightbox that rough. I take another piece of paper, a piece of 2-ply Bristol board, and I lightbox, put the rough underneath. I turn the lightbox on, you can see through the paper somewhat, it's a little opaque, and then I just kind of rough tackle drawing.
That's
what
sweet.
winds up happening. Yeah. And then once I'm done with a pencil stage, I'll ink it in.
So you do your own inking?
Yeah, I usually do. Yeah, I started out inking at Marvel, so I know it pretty well.
That's cool.
It's a skill that it takes a while for people to get used to. But me, I've been doing it for so long. It's almost like a second.
That's cool. What's it like working with Jerry Duggan?
Jerry's fantastic. He's bright. He's smart. He's really funny. A clever guy. He's always thinking about what he wants to do. I mean, I've spoken with him, and he has plans for the next couple of years of Deadpool. So I'm hoping that things work out the way that he has some things envisioned. As you have a larger plan, and then as things happen, you can kind of add or adjust or move things around within it. But he's got a plan for the next couple of years. He's a great guy. I really like Jerry quite a bit.
Yeah, like I said, I'm actually surprised to see that, out of that team, especially when it was first announced with him and Brian Paulson. It was nice to see Jerry. It was nice to really see Jerry stick around.
Yeah. Well, Brian is he's a writer oftentimes for TV shows. So I think that he's currently writing a TV show that's on. Well, I want to say it's on Netflix. It's a continuation of a show that used to be called Mr. Show.
Sweet. That's what he's writing.
Yeah, that's what he's writing. So I think he's had to take a little bit of time off. He helped write the issue Deadpool 3.1, which was the issue where we introduced Massacre, the Deadpool of Mexico.
Alright, I have to go back and reread that one because I just discovered that in the back issue, but I was like, I don't think I read the 3.1.
Yes, it's a tough one if you don't know Spanish because the entire issue is in Spanish. I took high school Spanish, so I have some general idea what's happening in there. But
And that was a brilliant concept, by the way.
I thought it was really fun. I thought, we're always trying new things. That's the great thing about Deadpool is that we're kind of only bound by what our imaginations of a comic could be. When you're working on Batman or Superman or something like that, it's a lot more specific, the things that you can do with the character, the supporting cast. And with Deadpool, you're kind of free to do all sorts of interesting things.
I also think that Deadpool's personality, as kind of lends towards a lot more experimentation than other characters.
Very much so. Yeah, he's got a lot of tragedy in his life, but he keeps a stiff upper lip. He makes a lot of jokes and plays it off. But he's very confident in what he does, and even though the thing that he does is mercenary behavior, but it's nice to have the wide range of things that you can do with Deadpool. You can make fun of him. You can also have him make fun of other people or
Himself.
Yeah, himself, exactly. Yeah. It's a
It's
great character. I love it.
And that's one of my favorite things for example, in the Deadpool movie. In the trailers I've seen so far, is every crack he's taken at the Green Lantern costume.
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah, nothing is verboten.
Yep.
It's really neat. There's some great stuff in the movie. I thought it was really fun.
I'm also digging, will we see any more D-list characters from the past join the Marks for Money?
Yes, the Mercs for Money are kind of funny in that they're an odd batch. Well, we've already had Madcap leave.
Yep.
The team in issue 5 there. So, and I know that we've had Massacre join up to the team, but they don't know what Massacre is saying because he's always speaking in Spanish, and I don't know that he knows exactly what they're saying.
I thought it would be funny to get Massacre like a sign language interpreter.
That's a great idea. Yeah. Kind of like the way that they used to do with Jericho.
Yep.
And the Teen Titans. I thought that was really neat to sort of learn sign language at the time. So, yeah, it's there's things that are planned and things that pop up. I know that the series Marks for Money, or I don't know if it's a mini series or an actual series, but there are all sorts of surprises and all sorts of characters in there that don't normally appear. So I think they're having fun with the idea.
Like I said, this is another thing I was curious about. Is Hitmonkey off limit to you guys at the moment?
Is what off limits?
Hitmonkey.
Hitmonkey. I think they must be working on some sort of Hitmonkey series. That would be my. I can't believe that Hitmonkey is so fantastic that I would be hard pressed to figure out why they wouldn't use them. I think that they're planning something with it.
Yeah, I guess that's such a fun character. I would hate to just see it sit on the shelf.
Oh, no kidding. It's fantastic. Yeah.
You know, I actually think he would make a perfect companion to Howard the Duck.
He would. That would be an interesting. Pairing. I like that idea.
Yeah. So, what advice would you give to someone who would want to, break into comic book art nowadays?
Sure. Well, my advice right now, I guess that would be different than the advice that I would have given myself or someone in my position about 25 years ago. It's my position, I think, now is that, with the internet, you can be your own publisher. You don't really have to wait around for another publisher to do it for you. You don't have to get Marvel or DC interested in your work. You can go out and put your own work up online. There's lots of really great cartoonists out there that are doing, sort of direct sales. They go to Kickstarter and they start up their own comic and they get enough people interested in it, and you can pay the printing costs and some of the production costs.
Yeah, I mean, I'm seeing every other day. I'm seeing some new comic book project on Kickstarter.
Yeah, I think it's a wonderful place because basically all it does is sort of secure the audience beforehand. And really, when you're putting out a book or some comic, you're just trying to find your audience. But if your audience is already there beforehand, it's a wonderful way to do it. I think it's just fantastic. So that would be my recommendation: is just put together, try and get your work done beforehand. Because oftentimes when you start the Kickstarter kind of stuff, that takes up so much time that it winds up being very difficult to juggle producing a comic and setting up all the promotion and all the distribution and stuff like that at the same time. So that's my recommendation to people, is that do your own things. Try and study the field as best you can. Lettering is a particular skill and a particular art form, and penciling and inking and coloring. It takes so long to actually produce a comic if you're doing it all by your lonesome. But if you can, convince other people to join in and help you out with the coloring or the lettering or the inking or something like that, the more people on board, the merrier everybody is. So.
And right now, which is going to lead into my next question, actually. With the way conventions are and Facebook and all the other social media out there, it's kind of hard not to find people who are into comics these days.
Yeah, I think that the field, lots of people. There's lots of things you can do with comics, and I think lots of stories that you can tell. And I think that the more people that are interested in comics and the more people that are reading, the more ability you're going to be able to have to tell a wider variety of stories. Simply because the larger the audience, the more you can find a niche, some sort of group of people who are like-minded in the stories that they really enjoy. So I think that the great thing about social media is that people who wouldn't have had a shot back in the days where there were only one or two publishers out, people who they have a shot at doing something really worthwhile to them and the people that enjoy their work. So.
Yeah, and I think it only brings a little bit more diversity into the medium as well.
Exactly. Yeah. I think there's a sort of an unconscious bias that people probably start out with, and the great thing about being online and creating an audience of your own is that you don't really have to worry about anything that anybody else thinks is worthwhile or worth their time. You know, you can create your own stuff and
yeah, and you can go at your own pace too. You know.
Yeah, you know, it takes a lot longer. I will say that oftentimes if you're doing your own thing, it's going to take a lot longer than if you were hooked up with some larger publisher who has a distribution network that they rely on. But you know, I think the benefits in the end are that you have some control over your own, you know, over your own properties and over the things that you do.
That is sweet. Where do you see the industry as a whole going in the next couple of years?
Taking out my crystal ball. Well,
Yeah, just that I've been, you know, there's not one thing I see on the internet where I see this question asked so many times. And
well, it's true, yeah. I think that I've been surprised by the things that have happened in the last 10 years. So if I were to think about the next 5, I think all the little things that have been happening probably are going to happen more. I know that sounds kind of vague, but, you know, more Kickstarter kind of projects, more digital-only things. I think that what I'm waiting for is when there is a comic that's just purely a digital comic. It's not in print. And I'm waiting for that one. Something along those lines to hit.
see, I like to see more towards the motion comic, more towards a comic
Those
that's
are fun.
actually
Yeah,
being
I did a
read
whole
to you.
Yeah, I did a whole bunch of those motion comics with the X-Men 92 stuff. And those were a lot of kind of fun. They're not so much motion as like you sort of click on an image and a new image appears. But we could have things that overlapped or moved along. And that kind of stuff was really fun to me. I thought...
I wouldn't, this is just, once again, me trying to increase more people with visual impairments in the industry. I'm trying to start a movement to get comics in Braille.
Oh, that'd be wonderful, sure. Yeah.
You know, there's, you know, even if there's a way you just do like an overall image of like the art, maybe it's not as detailed as a print comic, but there's like stuff in there.
Sure, that makes sense. I don't see why not. You know, yeah, or if there was some sort of audio component to it, because now, like you say, there's motion comics, so you could have everything spoken out with actors and things like that. You know,
Yeah.
Or the creators themselves could do, you know, a pass.
Yeah, like I said, even like one of the things I thought was the coolest thing that was done was when the first time a Mark Waid's Daredevil came out, they did that audio reading of it.
Yes.
And I was like,
That's
man.
right. I think that was fun. Yeah, it's things like that. Everyone's always trying to come up with new angles to be as inclusive as they can to bring everybody onto the party.
Oh yeah, definitely. And then one of the things I'm hoping the bubble doesn't burst anytime soon is the convention. The increase in conventions over the last couple of years.
The conventions have been fun. Yeah, I go to a few of them every year, and it seems to be more and more. I think I have about 10 conventions this year to go to. So
Wow.
Yeah, it's a lot. I have to kind of figure out my schedule. My schedule is pretty tight in March and April.
Will you be doing anything on the East Coast?
I am. I'm set to do. There's a Connecticut convention.
Is that the one at Mohegan Sun?
It's in Mohegan Sun. Yeah, it's in August.
Yep, that's August 19th to the 21st.
There you go. So I think that I'll be at that one. I was at that one last.
That's a great show.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Yeah.
I was there last year doing interviews because
Oh, great.
retail space was sold out, and
Oh, wow.
I was just like, can I just get a press pass? They hooked me up, and it was like it was the most fun I had at a convention in a while.
Fantastic. Oh, that's great news. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna try and go back to that one when it comes around in August. And I don't know. You know, I don't really hit the East Coast that often, just because I'm here in California. I will be doing stuff up and down the state over the next couple months. There's a convention in March and Emerald City convention up in Seattle.
I'm actually thinking of making it out taking the trek out to Emerald City this year.
You know, everyone speaks highly of it. This year will be the first time I've ever gone, so I'm kind of looking forward to it. I think it'll be kind of neat.
Yeah.
Everyone always talks very highly of it.
And then I've also heard highly of the amazing Las Vegas con too.
Yes, I don't know when that one is. I'll have to research that thing.
Yep. And then of course there's San Diego, which
San Diego is the mother of all conventions. Yeah, it's huge. It's usually about 200,000 people.
I haven't been there in 5 years.
San Diego gets bigger every year. Every year I keep thinking, well, they reached their peak, but every year they kind of get much bigger.
See, I'm waiting for the year when San Diego Comic Con is just the whole city.
Yeah, it's getting there. You know, there are lots of little shops that get taken over. I've noticed recently that, you know, little cigar shops or little five and dime stores that they'll rent out the space to Sci-Fi Network or something like that. So it's really fascinating that it's outgrown the convention center.
And that actually probably pays those five and dime stores their rent for the year.
Sure, yeah. At the very least for that month, yeah.
Yeah, I see New York Comic Con, which is in October, becoming that same way now.
Yes, New York is interesting because there used to be a New York Comic Convention, but it was never very large. It was so I've been interested to see how well it's done. Last year was about 80,000 people, I think. And
someone told me about close to about 100.
Okay, there you go. Well,
like I said, that's my home show, so it's just.
Oh, great, yeah. Yeah, the Javits Center is interesting. I mean, the Javits Center is sort of off in the middle of nowhere, way on the west side. But my understanding is that the west side's even changed from when I used to live there.
Yeah, it's but wait, and another thing I see not going anywhere soon is the cosplay movement.
Oh no, the cosplayers are fantastic.
And there's someone who does.
What I really like is they're such gentle, nice people.
They're great. I couldn't navigate a show without them.
Yeah, they put so much work into their costumes.
So with all this success with the Deadpool movie, do you see there being more Deadpool cosplayers than normal now, or?
Well, yeah, I don't think that we've reached peak Deadpool yet. Yeah, I think that certainly there'll be a lot this summer. But if there's a second movie that they're planning, I don't see that there would be any sort of end to it.
Yeah, no, it's great. Because I can always count at least 5 Deadpools and at least 5 Harley Quinns at every convention.
Oh, sure, they're very popular. Yeah. Well, it's a good character to cosplay as. They're fun and whenever you get 2 Deadpool cosplayers in a room, it's always an exciting time. So.
Yep. So when you do your convention appearances, do you do commissions or?
I do sketches at the conventions themselves. I do on occasion commissions, but right now I've been so busy with the work that I've been doing on Deadpool that I really don't have a lot of time to do extra full sort of.
I meant to say sketches. I apologize about that.
What's that?
I actually meant to say sketches.
Oh, well, there you go. No worries. I think you're not the only person that gets those 2 things kind of intertwined. It's not a problem. But, I sit and I do sketches all day long. I show up at my desk about 9 or 10 whenever the convention opens, and then I have my coffee there, and I just sit there and I draw whatever people want. People do ask for funny things when it comes to Deadpool.
What is the weirdest thing you've ever gotten asked for, out of curiosity?
Yeah, I was just trying to think. I mean, someone asked me to draw a picture of the Pillsbury Doughboy, which I thought was kind of strange. And then also, you get. I guess someone asked for Deadpool if he's a hockey player because they like hockey and they like Deadpool. And then someone asked for Captain Crunch as the Deadpool character.
That's.
Put that Captain Crunch hat on Deadpool.
That is sweet.
It's funny, yeah. So, yeah, there's little things that people always ask me for that, you know, I'm game for anything. You know, I'll draw whatever people want me to draw.
That's cool. I've only had one or two instances where artists didn't want to honor the request. One was with George Perez because I asked him to draw a starfire on a stripper pole.
Oh, okay. I can see where George would draw whatever line he's got.
No, that's fine. I was just, I wasn't asking for anything perverted or adult-oriented. I just figured, since the outfit is so revealing already, I just thought the pose would look cool. But
I can see where you were coming from. I think, I don't want to put words into George's mouth.
No, George. I love George to death. He's a good friend of the
He's
show.
fantastic. I would imagine that George's first concern would be just the integrity of the character.
Yeah.
It's one of the characters that he created, and I think he feels a great soft spot toward Coriander there.
I love the character of Corey.
Sure, she's fantastic.
And now I can't read that awesome solo book of hers without the actresses from voice from Titans Go in my head.
Oh, sure, of course, yeah. Yeah, well, they do a great job with those Titans Go shows.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
The Titan stuff has been fantastic.
Oh, yeah. And you're in LA, so what was your local comic book shop growing up?
Well, I used to live in New Jersey when I was growing up, so my local comic book shop was, there was a store called Heroes World that was in Morristown there, and then I used to go there to pick up comics, and then I guess when I lived in New York, it was St. Mark's Comics was the close one.
Hey, they're still around. That's a great shop.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, they're a really nice shop when I was shopping there, and then currently my local shop is the Comic Book, which is it's over in Manhattan Beach there.
I've heard of them. I've never had the pleasure to deal with them. I mean, my shop of choice on the West Coast is Golden Apple.
Okay, I could totally see that. Yeah, Golden Apple, they're fantastic. Ryan is a great store owner.
So Ryan's took over for his parents now?
He has, yeah.
God, I mean, I would not have a college degree without Bill's advice. I told him, hey, I want to be a professional comedian and own the comic book shop. He's like, why don't you go to college first?
Oh, okay.
And I made a promise to him and Sharon. This was back in 1999. I was like, yeah, I always wanted to go to my dream college. And they're like, we think you'd do well there. And went to college, and I would not have a college degree if it wasn't for the Leibowitz family. So.
Oh, that's fantastic. Well, it's good advice on their part. So.
Yeah. I mean, so I like to hear. Like to hear that the place is still out there.
Oh, sure. Yeah, they've moved. It's a slightly smaller shop. It's next to where the second place. They used to be closer. They used to be further west on Melrose, and I think they've moved a little bit east towards La Brea or something like that. So.
All right, cool. I lived out in LA for 6 months, and then I came back home.
Oh, great.
The public transportation wasn't to my liking.
No, if you're relying on public transportation, it can be kind of dicey out here.
Yeah.
Although they're working on it, there are more trains that are sort of scheduled to be built over the next couple of years.
Cool. Well, that about wraps this up, and I really want to say thank you so much for doing this with me.
Hey, no trouble. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
I want to also, before you leave, I want to say thank you so much for all the years of entertainment, especially this run on Deadpool, which I'm loving to death.
Oh, thank you.
And just like I said, thank you so much.
Good. Excellent.
Now, one more thing. If anyone wants to find you on social media, where can they find you?
I'm on Twitter at koblish, so Koblish, and on Facebook we can find me as well. I'm pretty accessible. You just sort of look up Scott Koblish. There's a fan page that I try and attend to every once in a while, and
actually, for me, you just came up as suggested friends.
Oh, there you go.
I was like, okay. awesome sauce.
There you have it, folks. This is Blind Adam, and this is Future Blind Adam. Back here with you. And that was my interview with Scott Koblish, the artist of Deadpool. I'd like to thank Scott for spending some of his putting aside some of his busy work schedule to chat with the Awesome Sauce Comics podcast. I'm really, really blessed and was really, really grateful to have that interaction, and he was such a wonderful and nice guy. And, cannot wait to see the Deadpool movie. I am going to get going, start my weekend. I hope to see the entire Awesome Sauce family at Clifton, New Jersey. Clifton Rec Center, 1232 Main Avenue. Wheeling, dealing. I should have some surprises to my new collection I just acquired. So www.njcomicshows.com. Johnny Paul, how you doing? 201-783-0608. www.njcomicshows.com. Johnny does a show every month at Clifton. Wayne in Hasbrook Heights. There's no admission. No minimum bid auction at noon. If anyone wants to bring a New Mutants 98 to sell me, I'd appreciate that. Either restock it. Anyone's got a Batman Adventures 12, Justice League DVD box sets, as long as they're not scratched. Just come on, let's all have a ball at the Clifton Comic Con, 1232 Main Avenue. Testify. I'd like to thank Daniel Way, for the Deadpool 49.1 musical issue, which opened up the episode. The spoof of OPP is amazing. I don't know why they chose the Britney Spears song to spoof. Just amazing. And I'm going to leave you with 2 Deadpool battle raps. And I wish you, just remember, 1 foot in the gutter, 1 fist in the goal, too hot to handle, too cold to hold. Blind Adam out. Deadpool versus Boba Fett, Deadpool versus Deathstroke. Blind Adam out.
Challenging.
Whoops.
Episode 21. Deadpool versus Deathstroke. It's the Merc with the mouth, mercenary, no label. I'm Wade Winston Wilson. I'm mentally unstable, but a legend like a fable. Ready and I'm able. Battle me and get unplugged like a cable. You're a DC dipshit, dipped like a dipstick. This so quick, I'm too quick for a dimwit. His ass to the beat, cause this guy's a fucking slowpoke. Leave him face down on the street from a Deathstroke. I'm the greatest assassin the world's ever known, and I won't be insulted by a half-baked clone. The original Terminator, infused with tenacity, a mind built for strategy, enhanced brain capacity, and genius in battle. Ready to eat your tactics, you lose in the first, forgive the anticlimactic. Ending but pretending that this was really a contest would only encourage your sad ego complex. Can you guys believe this? My feelings are shattered. His brain must be scattered, cause he should be flattered. To consider me a clone while he's sitting in his room, and I've got a blockbuster film coming soon. Snippets of logic is where his smarts have gone south. But rap battle goes to the guy with the smartest mouth. Look, no rules, bitch, I'll break the fourth wall. Took a
that shit on your wit left this hurt in the stall. I've been taking on Titans since you were just a daydream. Your head's so big they better film your shit in widescreen. Kevlar King, flash bomb technician, leave it in a pool of your blood, unintended. In Slade versus Wade, here's the final decision. The black and red clown had a deadly collision with a vision of the future. I'll be your death tutor. Every dog has its day, but this pup's been neutered. Just about skill for the winner.
Holy crap.
About 93.
Deadpool! Foresight!
Well, here's my first issue. I barely even know enough about you to... Would you guys honestly think that I would screw this feud up and lose to the dude of huge cootie chewed up? I do damage when I brandish my katanas, and I'll slice you up and vanish in my ladybug pajamas. I'll motherfucker on you with zeros on your bottle. With his work later with a judge or you're back bagging. You're so sloppy. Back to Sam Jackson killed your clone daddy. Somebody ought to put a bounty on that cake. Maybe I'll write a letter and mail it in your face.
I keep coming in a slave one, cause your style makes me space sick. Your bars like your old pal, cable fucking basic. I'll smack a mark in the mouth, beat doesn't quit one of that lip off. Until you call it home, you're a death stroke rip-off. So Spider-Man's eyes and snake eyes is weapons. All Wolverine's powers made your comics sloppy seconds. Mr. Kill Rude Dude needs to go back to med school. Cause right now, you're no good to me, Deadpool.
What's that? A missile backpack? Well, I guess you'll be right as a fucking bird attack. Presenting the most overrated character anyone ever saw in 5 lines in trilogy. One of them was...
5 lines, cause I look fucking great. You look like someone spilled lasagna on your face. But you're worth a lot to me. I'll bring you back dead. Schizophrenics pay triple, 1 for each head.
Where you calling schizophrenic? You got 2 different voices. You're like your holiday special, man. Full of bad
You
voices.
think your Jimmy John's hot, but you couldn't be mine. You should have made the choice I did. Some prick from Van Wild.
This thing's like you. Straight up abandoned. You had a kiwi hold your gun. He fucked up your head. We don't talk about movies, cause you got shit to say. Respect on guard, red flag, no more.
You're a traitor. You ain't gotta have the skills like I'll beat your ass with one eye closed. Over anyone, and I'll call dominoes. See, that's what I'm thinking. She prefers my Duracell to your Canadian bacon. I'll take a lesson from a genuine assassin who's blessing foes. I'll come equipped with a full set of sick Mandalorian flows. Everybody knows you got that power of regeneration. Now run home and heal from this disintegration.
$54 button.